Hi you guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Patience. To my existing subscribers, welcome back. If this is your first time here, be sure to click that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can continue to indulge in the Hot Bella experience. In today's video, I am going to be trying out the Fenty Beauty Pro Filtr Soft Matte Powder Foundation for the very first time. This powder was just released on December 26th, and if you are the lover of most things Fenty as I am, this powder was very intriguing to you as well as it was to me. So I went to my local Sephora to pick up this new powder foundation from Fenty Beauty, and I decided to go with the shade 385. 385 is the same shade that I use in the normal or the original Pro Filtr Soft Matte Foundation from Fenty Beauty. And yeah, I thought that this would be a perfect match, but as you guys will see in the demo portion of this video, I'm not quite sure if it's my perfect match or not. You guys let me know in the comments what you think. Is this a little bit too warm? What do you think about this? You can pick this foundation up on the Sephora website or on the Fenty Beauty website for $36. Fenty has released 50 shades of this foundation powder, which is super awesome. There are a few things that Sephora thinks that you may want to know about this foundation. And Sephora states what it is. It is a lightweight air powder foundation that gives you light to full coverage with a soft matte finish. I can definitely agree with that. The coverage is medium. I would also agree with that because I can still see some of my little imperfections or my little freckles that I got going on here. I can kind of see those still going on. Formulation is pressed powder. And for the ingredient call out, Sephora states that this product is free of parabens and platelets. It is also vegan, gluten-free, and cruelty-free. Sephora feels you also would need to know that this powder delivers a non-cakey blurred finish with no flashback. The buildable light to full coverage formula loves to be layered without settling into fine lines or clogging the look of pores. It's also sweat, humidity, and crease resistant, plus it has a chic portable compact. So that is true about the compact. This is what this compact looks like. It is very chic. You get dual mirrors inside. You get one here. You also get one here. It also comes with a little sponge here. So very chic packaging. I'm not doing a wear test of this particular powder foundation today. I am going to come back and give you guys a wear test because I do think it's going to be wear test worthy, because there are some other powder foundations that I do like quite a bit. So I'm kind of curious to see how this powder foundation would stand up to some of those powder foundations. So I'll be sure to come back. But this is just my first look. This is the first time I'm playing around with this. And I want to mention that I use some of the other Fenty products in this look today, but I want to share my first experience using this product with you guys. So let's go ahead and get into it. My liner and my lashes are done, and I'm ready to move on to my complexion. And I am going to be using the same reverse method as I always do when I am applying my complexion products, meaning that I'm going to conceal and contour before I apply any of my foundation. So for concealer, I am going to use the Fenty Beauty Pro Filtr Concealer. This is in the shade 380. And I'm going to do some cream contour using my staple contouring product. This is the Tarte Clay Foundation Stick. This is in the shade Rich Honey. And I also forgot to mention that I've also done some color correcting. I used my Tatcha Pearl under my eyes, and I used my Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer in the shade SX14 around my mouth. I'm going to follow up with my sponge here because I don't want there to be any excess product that's just sitting on top of my skin. So I'm going to make sure that I go over my concealer once again with a sponge just to make sure. Especially in my under eye area. I'm going to do the same thing with my sponge. I'm just going to make sure that there's not any excess product that's sitting on top of my skin, because I know that my foundation is a powder, and if I have any cream product that's just kind of sitting on top of my skin, that's probably going to be a big no-no for me, because it'll probably gather and get kind of patchy in that area. So I'm just going to blend this out a little bit more than I would usually do with this sponge. But I'm going to use my Fenty Pro Filtr setting powder. It's in the shade Banana. I'm going to use my foam wedge, and I'm going to go ahead and set under my eye. So again, I know that the foundation is a powder foundation. However, I want a little bit of brightness in my eye area, so I'm going to go ahead and set that area with this banana powder from Fenty Beauty. And before I do that, I'm gonna go in one more time and make sure that I don't have any creases in here. Try to get as many of them out as possible. I do have some fine lines under my eyes, so I don't want those to be accentuated in any way if possible. So tap out those creases, and now we will begin to set. And now for the star of the show. This is the Fenty Pro Filtr Soft Matte Powder Foundation. I am using shade 385, and I chose the shade 385 because I am also using shade 385 in the original Pro Filtr Matte Foundation in this foundation. So I'm 385 here. So I decided to try 385 here as well. This is what this shade looks like. And it has a little compact mirror here, and as you lift this up, you have another little compact mirror here, as well as a little small foam wedge here, a little sponge there. But I'm not going to use this sponge today. I'm going to use a foundation brush. This is a brush that came in one of my BoxyCharm boxes. It's from Alamar. So I'm going to try this brush. I'm not sure if this is going to be the best tool for me to use, but yeah, we're going to start off with this brush and let's see what we get. I'm just going to go into this powder like this, tap a little bit of this off, and I'm just going to start applying this here. I'm going to do one side of my face first here, so we can just compare. So this is not a bad match. It is looking a little warm on me, but I did try a couple of other shades while I was in Sephora. I tried a 380. The 380 seemed to pull more orange on me than the 385 did. Not sure why that is. It could have been the lighting, just really wasn't quite sure. But yeah, I decided to go ahead and go with the 385. Yeah, this is looking quite warm on my skin tone. I don't know, I may have to take this 385 back and swap out to get a 380, but this is what it looks like so far. So my face is always much lighter than any other portion of my body, but I am liking the finish of this powder foundation so far. I'm a fan of powder foundations. I like the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish powders, so I like those, and I use those as foundations as well. So, but I'm going to continue on. But just to make note here, 385 is showing to be a little bit warm for me in this powder foundation, even though I used the 385 in the original Pro Filtr Soft Matte Foundation. Yeah, it's not bad at all. I like the finish of it, and it doesn't feel too drying, but this shade is a bit warm for my skin tone. But we're going to continue on. Foundation is done. So before I move on and add my blush and finish off this look, I think I want to add a little bit more hydration into it. This is powder foundation. I'm going to use a little bit of this Fenty Beauty Makeup Refreshing Spray. Very nice mister. This is my first time using this, and I think I may like this. And now it's time for my blush, and I'm going to try using this Fenty cream blush on top of the powder foundation. I am going to be using this shade. This shade is called Rose Latte, and I'm applying this with a sponge. I hope that I am not going to mess up my complexion at this point, but we're going to try it. I like using a sponge for these cream products when I do use them. Let's try this and hope it does not remove that powder that I've already got down. And so far, so good. So far, so good. It did not remove the powder. That's awesome. I like that. I'm going to use another of the cream products from Fenty Beauty. This is another cream blush, and this is in the shade Fuego Flush. This was one of the popular shades that was released with the line of cream products from Fenty Beauty. I like to use this on top of my other cream blush from Fenty Beauty. I'm placing this in the same areas as I would a highlighter. That's pretty. And I'm going to put some down the bridge of my nose here. The Pro Filtr Soft Matte Powder Foundation from Fenty Beauty is a nice powder. This is my first time using this powder, but I do plan on using it again. I was really happy at the way the cream products layered on top of this powder foundation. The only thing that concerns me a little bit about this powder foundation is the shade match. I am in the shade 385, as I mentioned, in the original Pro Filtr foundation. However, the same 385 shade in the Pro Filtr Soft Matte Powder Foundation seems to be just a little bit warm. However, it is still quite workable. I'm loving the look of this powder foundation. I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye-bye.